What's up, YouTube? So today I have a new video for you where I want to break down for you the fight between kamaru Usman and dricus du Plessis, and I want you to stay up until the end of the video because I will tell you by the end of my prediction who do I think will get knocked out. Because between the two, there is someone who will definitely get knocked out, and I want you to by watching this video, you're gonna guess, and I'm gonna tell you my final position on that. But please don't forget to subscribe. It's I'm still a really young channel, so I really need support from you guys. So if you could do me the favor of subscribing and also liking this video, it will be really great. So Kamaru Usman versus Dricus du Plessis is a really fun fight for this summer because both of these guys are really known for being dangerous when it comes to their striking, but most especially Dricus du Plessis. Dricus du Plessis' way of striking is really explosive. For Kamaru Usman, he's not that. He's not. He doesn't have a lot of variety when it comes to his style of striking, but he still has some heavy punches. Because whenever he connects you with those 1-2 and 1-2, he really rely himself with the 1-2 1-2, and whenever it connects, it can really damage most of his opponents. If you guys remember the fight he had between him and Colby Covington, this fight was so brutal and really, both of these guys were really, whenever they were hitting each other, we could see how their face was really swollen because of those heavy shots and punches. And Kamaru Usman knows how to do it. But then I do think both of these guys are really different in terms of their um, in terms of their styles. So let's talk about the striking. So when it comes to striking, as I said, both of these guys strike really differently. And so, for example, for Dricus du Plessis, he really liked to whenever he wants to um, strike his opponents, he really likes to load most of the time. So he'll start by he wanna come to you when he's putting some, like he's loading, and then he runs into you. So how that's how he often strike against his opponents. As for Kamaru really likes to rely himself on the with those two combinations, like 1-2 combinations. But then I do think, to be honest, to be facing a guy like Dricus du Plessis, I honestly think Kamaru Usman will mostly try to grapple against Dricus du Plessis because, to be honest, Dricus du Plessis is, I think he's a little bit more dangerous when it comes to striking than Kamaru Usman. We've all seen how he knocked out many guys in the UFC in the UFC, and it's really something that we have to that Kamaru has to put in mind because he really don't want to strike with Dricus du Plessis because his striking skills are really more. He has he's it's more how can I say it? He has different ways to strike, and also his boxing style is a little bit more. Um, he has a lot of ways of striking, and as for Kamaru Usman, he doesn't have a lot. And then Dricus du Plessis, whenever he wanna strike, he's really dangerous. He's really dangerous compared to Kamaru Usman. He I'll even say that he has a knockout power, not like a one punch knockout, but then he definitely has this capacity of knocking out his opponents whenever he loads or run at you, and it's really uh, dangerous whenever he does that. But then I think Let's now talk about the grappling skills, grappling abilities. Well, Dricus du Plessis, even though Kamaru Usman's wanna go out there and grapple Dricus, he has to make sure that he brings something new, not only keeping Dricus du Plessis on the ground. He has to find a way to knock him out on the ground because if he doesn't do so, Dricus du Plessis will find he has always if he finds always a solution to get himself out of the takedown whenever he's maintained on the ground. He has this capacity of um, finding a way out. So he couldn't do it against Kamzat because Kamzat is way more skilled when it comes to grappling, way more than Kamaru Usman. He even beat Kamaru Usman. So this shows you how those are two different types of grapplers. But uh, he has to make sure that he doesn't stay maintaining Dricus du Plessis because he will get himself out, and if he does, he'll get himself into real troubles because you don't want to get in front of Dricus du Plessis. That's what Kamzat really tried to avoid, staying in front of Dricus du Plessis. That's the reason why he wanted to focus really on the grappling and try to submit him before he get any damage made by Dricus du Plessis. And I'm not saying that there is no chance for Kamaru Usman to um, win or maybe do something great, but then it's just that in terms of skills, Dricus du Plessis has a lot more skills when it comes to um, striking, kicks. He has also a lot of varieties of many ways of kicking his opponents. Um, yes, and as well as submission. I never seen a fight where Akamaru submitted his opponent. So this shows how Dricus du Plessis also has um, many ways of submitting his opponent. He's not the best at, but he also has this knowledge of submitting a fighter. So Kamaru has to watch out for this whenever he wanna try for the for the grappling as well. So to be honest, I do think comparing all those skills, I think Dricus gets this fight done. And to be honest, I really like a fighter like Kamaru Usman. I think he's a really great fighter. His resume is so complete, but skill wise, I do think Dricus du Plessis will get it done just because of his power. He has a lot more tools to bring on, and I think he will get it done with Kamaru Usman mostly by TKO. But then I think if it's not TKO, someone will get knocked down, and maybe someone will get take advantage from that. But I do think this will be a TKO. This won't be the same case with Rockin Buckley because Rockin Buckley has no knowledge when it comes to grappling. He's not good at that at all. But this is not the case with Dricus du Plessis, and I believe he trained heavily uh, considering the way he fought his previous fight against Kamzat Shimaev, which was so bad. So this was my opinion about the fight between Kamaru Usman and Dricus du Plessis. So I'll be really curious to hear from you as well. So see you next time for more videos.